All right, so let me put up the adjustments and see what questions there are. So here's the adjustments. And move it up. There you go. Always find your debits and credits as you go along. So what it says is, what it says is $60 expired. So you're going to credit the asset to the resident, right? And you're going to debit insurance expense, which is, don't get always be two interest, right? And so you're going to credit the asset to resident, and you're going to debit the expense, and you're going to debit the expense. And then you guys can have these, don't forget, it's okay, buddy. Okay, so let's go back to 56. So on page 56, anyone refer to this as you go around the slide? No, it's not. So in the adjustment column, the asset with the increase, you debit it. If it decreases, you credit. In this case, premium insurance expired, that asset was so this is my senior. And also, Jeanette is really and she is a is what and always has she's great at that. All right, now what questions are there? Anything? Anything? All right, let me put everybody doing any got any questions, right? Okay. All right, let me put up the here's the adjusted trial balance. See, high five. Hey, by the way, who borrowed my, I need it back to the beginning of class. Somebody borrowed, was that you? Somebody borrowed my thing I was working on?
Oh, yeah.
Was that you? Okay, thanks. Let me take that back.
Can you back
Well, actually, if I give you a real yeah.
So we just have to remember, when we supplies, we just need to remember the supplies at hand minus the new supplies and then
Sure. Yep. Just so we got an answer question, buy the supplies, use debit the supplies account. Then, and then at the end of the accounting period, you see what's left, the difference between what you're on and that college. And the reason you do it that way is like every time you take out a principal, you know you're turning in, right? Rather, you just see these.
I don't know why it's so hard. I mean, I know what it is.
And, you know, just practice. All right, you guys doing good? Are there any questions on any of this? Or what questions are there? Let me word it like that. You guys doing good? Glad to hear any questions? Are you doing good? Yeah. Now, should we go ahead and start with the okay, no questions, right? All right. So now the next part of this, what we're going to do is we're going to create an income statement. So on the income statement, what two kinds of accounts go to the income? Let me see, I'll make it a small so I'll fix on the board. All right. So what two kinds of accounts go on the income statement? Revenue and expenses. So let me show you here. So in this case, what do we got? Here we have, there's one revenue account, it's this 25, so I'll put it over here, right? Now as far as the expenses goes, here's utilities expense for 2, wages expense for 11. Now notice also that I got this 25 from the adjusted trial balance. It was 23, but we're not using the 23 because we earned an additional 2 in this unearned revenue. All right, do I ever, you guys, be sure to, if you got a question, be sure to ask, okay? All right? Now, let's take a look. Here's insurance expense of 1, supplies expense of 3, depreciation expense of 1. Now, did I get everything on that? Should do it. Now, a real easy error to make is to put this wages payable here, but don't forget, a payable will go to the balance sheet. So that comes up next. But right now, it's only the income statement. The income statement is only revenue and expense. Okay, and what we do is we find the net income. So now, we add up all the expenses and they equal 18. We add up all the revenue. Now in this case, there's only one. Normally, a business would have more than one revenue account. Now, 25 minus 18 is 7. What does that 7 represent? It represents net income. Okay. Now let me show you something, and don't forget everything's clearly labeled. So on this thing, let me show you something you don't quite expect. So now I'm going to add this back. So 17 or 18 plus 7 is 25. 25 plus 0 is 25. And on this one final step, what I'm going to do is what the reason this is necessary, and I'll show you why you want to do that in a minute. Okay. So you find the 7, put it on the side of the smaller, make sure they still equal. That make sense? Okay. Now the purpose of this is, in fact, you're just checking the accuracy of your subtraction. So I think somebody said, are we, would you normally deal with big numbers? Well, of course you would. If you have really big numbers, you can make a mistake. So if you find the net income added to the side of the smaller, if it was a net loss, then the revenue would be the smaller, and you'd add the net loss to that, and make sure they still equal, because with big numbers, you can make a mistake. With small numbers, you can eyeball it. All right, you guys want to do the income statement and include this section down here on your worksheet in front of you? Yeah.
Could you explain again where you got the 7 and 1? Yeah, I was writing while you were doing it.
Right here, 20. This is revenue. This is expense. That's net income.
Oh, okay, gotcha. You have what, now you have accumulated with the revenue minus expenses that cost for your business.
So here's the total revenue.
And
total
that's
expense.
actually, you earn the 7.
Sure, and so that's the amount.
You're ahead 7.
You're ahead by 7. Your capital account increases by 7, has a net increase of 7.
And then you want us to do what?
Just do that on your practice problem.
Yeah.
It's on that practice problem we have. Let's see. We brought out service revenue. So that's 4,000. The service revenue.
Yeah.